Hi there and welcome back. Today we're making this adorable macrame ghost. So let's jump right into it. We're going to take one of our strands of cord and we're going to fold it in half and find the center loop. And then what we're going to do is we're going to curve it around to form it into kind of like a hoop. And then we're going to thread our tail end through the loop. Next, we're going to attach the rest of our 7 cords onto this hoop using a lark's head knot. And just a tip for you on this, it's easier to attach your lark's head knots onto the end that has the loop as opposed to the end that goes through the loop. I hope that makes sense. If you didn't understand what I just said there, because sometimes I say things and it doesn't make sense, let me know in the comments below and I'll see if I can describe it better in text. Anyways, once you have all 7 cords on there, we're going to take the end that we threaded through the loop and we're going to cinch it up taut. This is kind of like the magic ring in crochet, only this is the macrame version. Next, take the same tails that you had pulled taut and the next 2 cords next to it, and we're going to tie a square knot. This macrame ghost is made up primarily of square knots, so this is a super easy, super beginner-friendly macrame project. And not only that, it is a very quick, fun project. Okay, once you've successfully tied your square knot, we're going to grab the next 4 cords and we're going to tie another one. And here's my disclaimer that I say in pretty much all of my videos. But here it is again. If I'm going too fast for you, feel free to adjust the speed of this video by tapping the 3 dots on the top right corner. Or go ahead and check out my knot tutorial playlist. I'll link it in the cards above. Now that we've tied 4 square knots, we're going to grab 2 cords on 2 different square knots, and we're going to join them together by attaching another cord. So grab another cord and you're going to fold it in half to find the center. Grab the center loop and we're going to place it behind our 2 strands of cord. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie another square knot just as if it was already attached to our project all along. If you find that you're struggling with this part, which to be honest, sometimes it's a little finicky, what you can do is just pin your cord onto the back of your board so that everything stays kind of in place. Okay, so push your square knot all the way up to the top, and then we're going to tie the next one, but this time it's going to be the 2 center cords from your previous square knot. So just like we did with the last square knot, you want to find the center of your cord, and then you're going to place it behind your 2 strands of filler cords, and then tie your square knot. Once you have your cord on there, you want to slide your knot all the way up to the top. And then we're going to do the same thing again, but this time using the 2 cords on either side to join our 2 square knots in the previous row. I think you get the idea, so let's skip ahead. Alrighty, so I completed my round. For this round, what we're going to do is we're going to use 2 cords from the 2 previous square knots above, and we're going to join them together, tying another square knot. This is called an alternating square knot pattern. And I have another tip for you. Sometimes it's hard to tell where your pattern starts and ends, so what I like to do with my first knot that I tie is add a stitch marker. That way I don't lose my place and I know exactly where my row starts and ends. And here's another tip within a tip. If you don't happen to have a stitch marker, what you could do is just tie a big loose overhand knot. Alright, so in the next row, we're going to remove our stitch marker, and then what we're going to do is tie another round of alternating square knots. And don't forget to re-add your stitch marker after you tie your first knot. Oh, and don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying this video so far. Clicking the like button is the easiest and free way to show me support. Also, it helps me figure out which videos you like the most so I can make more just like it. Anyways, carrying on, we're going to go round and around and around, continuing on with our alternating square knots. And as you can see, it starts forming a cylinder shape. You can make your ghost as long or short as you like. Just keep adding rows, but I think I'm happy with it right at this length. I did 10 rows. But again, feel free to make yours as tall or short as you like. To finish off the bottom of our ghost, I decided to do a round of double half hitch knots. So you want to start at the back of your ghost, and you also want to leave a little bit of tail length at the end of your filler cord. You're going to need the tail ends later once we work all the way around the base of our ghost. And I apologize, you just watched me struggle with my very first knot, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the second knot. The first knot always looks a little bit funny because you're attaching a new piece and it's just awkward to work with. But if you struggled like I did here, no worries about it. You can always untie your first one and then retie it again so that it's a little bit more taut. That's actually what I really love about macrame, is because if you make a mistake, you can always untie it and retie it again. Okay, so now we made it all the way back around, and here are my two long tail ends of my filler cord. What we're going to do is we're going to tie them together with another double half hitch knot. This is why I wanted you to start at the back of your ghost, because that little point looks a little bit similar like a train on a dress. So what you want to do is trim your fringe, comb it, and then reshape it. And then next, we're going to add the glasses. I used some felt that I picked up at the dollar store and trimmed out a sunglass shape, and I attached it using some hot glue. If you really enjoyed this macrame ghost, I think you'll also love my sunflower pattern. It uses primarily square knots just like my ghost. So I'll leave the link on the screen now, and I'll see you over there.